The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to the webinar. Ron here at Ablesys. Be glad to answer any of your questions, and we'll take a look at the charts. We'll take a look at the signals, the recent signals that AbleTrend produces, and today was a really good day. Intraday trading, pretty fantastic day for the very disciplined AbleTrend traders. And I've been kind of touting the Russell Index, and it was just a killer day today. But the long term works just as well for AbleTrend too. It's actually what I do more of, daily and weekly charts and the 130-minute daily charts. And I just like ETFs, and it's just been great for years. I mean, I've been doing it. I've been here 17 years. So I think you'll like what you see here. And hey, let's jump in and let's just see what we got. Let's take a look at the signals. So I've got a Q's chart up here, just one of my favorites, one that I'm in, and one that I like a lot. And we'll take a look at it. And you can see over here we've got just a perfect triple confirmation trade. This is a 130-minute daily combination. We always combine two time frames into one so that we can get the benefit of knowing when not to trade. It's just as important knowing when not to trade as it is knowing when to trade. And that's the whole purpose of putting these multiple time frames and multiple algorithms in one chart. It'll tell us when it's low risk, when it's high risk. Obviously, we avoid high risk and we avoid potential choppy markets. So when most people are getting just crushed in a chop, more than likely we're not in it. And because the two indicators and the two time frames will disagree. How do you see that on the chart? By simply the colors. We keep it really easy for everybody to read. It's a simple chart to read, very simple, and we're just looking for the same colors. And when I talk colors, I'm talking about the price bar, which is blue. I want a support dot underneath it. You can see all these support dots. They kind of look like they're walking up steps. They're also blue, and they tend to block the prices from going low. Those are called support. The red dots, as you can clearly see here, blocks the prices from going higher. The price went right to the red dot and stopped abruptly, like you just walked into a wall. So red means sell, blue means buy. The arrows are weekly. These are the weekly sell signal. And then notice the change. There's what you want to look for, is the change. See, you got red dots, red dots, red dots, blue dot. You also get a big blue dot in the middle. That just kind of tells you there's a trend change coming up. So on the 130-minute chart, and that's exactly 1/3 into one trading day, this is strictly for stocks or equities or ETFs. This is not for futures. This is strictly for stocks, swing trading stocks. And you can trade shares. You can do options. That's up to you if you know the direction of which way it's going to go. Obviously, it's your call, whatever you like to do. Everybody likes something different. So you can either trade calls or you can buy shares. The price was $324. There's your absolutely perfect textbook triple confirmation or triple agreement. Everything come together perfectly at the same time. So it gives us a really big boost and greatly puts the odds in our favor. Now, they'll definitely be losing trades. I can guarantee you that. There's no perfect system in the world. I'm not here to mislead anybody because I would, don't want that done to me. So I tell it like it is, good and bad. That's why I show winners and losers. No fooling around, no playing favorites, no switching signals. Once the price bar closes, it's final. It will never, ever change again. If it's a 130-minute chart, after 130 minutes, it will never change again. It locks in. That's why we wait for the first price bar to close before we make the trade, because this is the exact chart, the exact signals you saw that were on the chart on this exact time of the day. It's the same thing for looking at an intraday 1-minute chart. At that 1 minute, that's why you can scroll back and say, if I was using it today, how would I have done? Well, you can easily scroll back and go one click at a time forward, because those are the exact trades and signals that were on the chart at that exact minute of the day. Never, ever changes. Once the 1-minute bar closes, if you're looking at a daily price bar, once the daily closes, whatever time frame you're looking at, it will never, ever change once the bar closes. So that's where you can easily go back on the charts and go, for example, if you were using this last week, you say, well, what would my trades have been? Well, clearly here, and you can compare it to your trades. if you just got if you're on a trial right now, you recently got Abletrend, you can easily see what your trades were compared to what Abletrend's were. And you can see we're still in the trade here from 324. We're at 340 today. It's a 16-point winner in 1 week. In between these black lines is 1 day. You get 3 bars per day. As I said, 130 minutes is exactly 1/3 of a stock trading day. So you got 3 trades there, 3 signals there, 3. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, about 7 or 8 trading days ago. It's about a week and a half ago. We had the buy signal here, still in it. Why? Because you still have the blue dots. So long as you're above these blue dots, stay in the trade. You're safe. Green just means it's sideways. It might pull back, but as long as you're above the blue dots, you stay in the trade. Now you don't exit until you get a red bar. First red bar comes in, or if the price closes under the second lower row, previous lower row of blue dots below the price. So here's the blue dot right under it. There, don't put a stop there. There's the second. Don't put a stop there either. I would suggest not getting out of the trade until the price closes under the third lower or previous lower blue dot under the price. So we're good till about 335. We got into 324, so we're guaranteed. Can't take that away from us. $11 per share in a week and a half, not a month, not a year, in a week. Just doesn't matter. I mean, what you use Abletrend on, it works exactly the same for everything, whether you day trade, whether you do long-term, stocks, futures, Forex. It's completely up to you, however you want to, whatever you want to trade. You don't have to trade only what Abletrend trades because it trades every market in the world. So we've got 25,000 clients who liked Abletrend enough to buy it during their 1-month trial. Nobody buys it until they test it out for 1 month first. And if you do want to continue on, which 25,000 traders did, we do give you a little discount before the trial finishes. So while you're still on trial and everybody gets 1 30-day trial, take advantage of it, because I have clients that they made enough money during their trial to pay for a lifetime license. And they're not big-time traders either. But take your time. Paper trade with it at first. It's no rush. Okay, this is the mini Nasdaq, which is definitely one of our favorite markets, probably our favorite market to day trade. But not everybody can do it because it's a very volatile, quick-moving market. You also need a little more margin. So if you have a very small account, I've been suggesting for years to trade the Russell if you have a small account. And if you feel that the Nasdaq is a little too fast, especially the last few weeks, I've been touting the Russell because I've been just liking what I'm seeing from the intraday on the Russell. And today was just a big-time, huge winning day. But here's your first trade of the day. It's right, 5 minutes or so into the open. You've got a triple confirmation trade. That's exactly what you're looking for. Blue bar, blue 1 minute, blue 2 minute, blue 3 minute, triple confirmation or triple agreement. And notice Abletrend got us in before the big rocket move to the upside, not after the fact, like up here when MACDs and stochastics and moving averages get you in. They're all lagging indicators. Well, that's why they're free. You can get them at any website in the world for free. Well, like most things free, there's not a lot of value in them. As you can see here, we're in early. Boom, first trade of the day. You can keep your stop at the second lower row of blue dots below the price, not the third, like I mentioned on that swing trading stock chart. We would tighten it up a little quicker. However, when you get 2 greens in a row, I say, or let's say if you're a little more, you can't handle the drawdowns as much, and you got a really big profit, like on this trade here. We got a monster profit going here. This is a big one from the open, and just 7 minutes later, Abletrend gave to me, you, and everybody who has the discipline to take the trades and uses it properly, which again, I'll do a 15-minute one-on-one trading session. If you're on your 30-day trial now, I'll gladly do that for you. And the sooner you do it, the better. So this way you get the whole month to know the right way to use it. So everybody on a trial, show you the right way to use it. I'll be glad to do that for you. 2 green bars, we put a stop loss 2 points below the lower of the 2 green bars, and a minute later we're stopped out. First trade of the day, pretty sweet. We picked up 35 points. So let's just call it 30 because there's commissions and there's slippage. First trade of the day, just trading 1 lot. Can't trade less than 1 lot. That's a $600 winner that Abletrend gave to everyone. So pretty cool stuff. Great, great start. Now look at this choppy, ugly mess. Look, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just a narrow, choppy mess. And nobody in the world, Abletrend included, us included, can win when the market's choppy. However, notice how we stayed out of that entire mess for about 1 hour. That's your textbook no trade zone. Red dots and red arrows above, blue arrows and blue dots below, any mix of red and blue. And Abletrend told us before this happened, 1 hour before, Abletrend said, stay away. It's going to be very choppy. So this whole 1 hour here, we skipped out and got it, didn't have to trade during that chop when the rest of the world, who doesn't have Abletrend, more than likely got beat up pretty bad, because that's a choppy, ugly mess. Just as we would have too, had we traded, but this is the beauty of Abletrend, the double time, in this case, triple time frames in one chart. We've got the no trade zones that our algorithms can see for us. That's the whole purpose we're in business 25 years, because of the algorithms that work. Now, there's going to be losing days. I keep saying it. It's going to be losing trades. It's no perfect system. If you can't handle it, well, maybe trading's not for you, but that's the trading business. But if you grind it out, you stick with it, oh my God, I get feedback from people who are very disciplined traders, and they do extremely well. And then again, they're not big time traders. They trade like one lot traders, but they're very disciplined, very patient, and they don't do what they think or what their feelings or what their emotions tell them. Because if you or I do that, that's a guaranteed way to throw your money just, out the window. I mean, you have no chance of winning, because I know I wouldn't, nobody would. You can't trade on emotion. It would be easy if that were the case. But you got to trade on these algorithms, because nobody could compare to these. We're doing all these calculations. Okay, we've got a small losing trade there, again there, about a break even there. Let's see how this one did. Ooh, baby, look at this one. Wow, sweet. Okay, now there's a sweet spot. Sweet spot is a pullback back to the blue dots right there. The price bounces off of it and it goes from green back to blue again. That's a perfect sweet spot. Perfect sweet spot. Love it. And then there's a stop out right there, the previous lower blue dot. So, big time trade right there, easily, at least a couple $100. Again, another perfect no trade zone. It means it's going to be sideways or choppy, and that's exactly what it was. But this was the killer trade of the day. I always say that, 2 o'clock Eastern time trade. It's just that afternoon trade. I just love the last 2 hours of trading in the market, from 2 to 4 Eastern, which would be 11 to 1 Pacific. Just get a lot of big moves during that time. And look at this one here. I mean, this is just a thing of beauty. This is just unbelievable. I mean, we're long over here at about 9:45, obvious triple confirmation trade. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can take it to right here, the previous lower blue dot. Sweet, pretty cool stuff. 50 points, it's $1,000. Abletrend gave to everyone right on this obvious trade. There's no red for 2 hours. For 1 hour. Don't get out, especially if the bars are blue. Look, you got blue 1 minute, you got a blue 2 minute buy signal, you got a 3 minute buy signal all the way along here. You got all this protection under the price. Stay in the trade, you're safe. Don't get out too early like most people do. You give yourself, don't take a couple of hundred when you're supposed to make 1,000, like on this trade right here. Nothing wrong with that. If you're trading multiple contracts, that's a different story. I'd jump out after 5 points. Just take a little piece, if you're trading multiples. Al says, how about the juniors? Don't know what you mean, juniors. Do you mean the micros? I mean, you could trade that, but it's almost not worth it, because it's just a little, this is the E-mini. These are the minis. I think if you mean the micros, I mean, you can. It's perfectly fine to start off that way, but it's just not a lot of money. And, for the amount of risk you have to trade, it's not a lot of money involved. It's a $3,000 it's a $3,000 for 1 year, piece of software, $3,400 for 1 year, $6,900 for a lifetime license. But yeah, you can do that. It's certainly fine. If you have a less capital, then you trade. Then again, I keep repeating, trade the Russell index. The Russell index. You don't have to trade micros that way, but certainly start off with micros. Yeah, absolutely. or even better yet, paper trade, no money at risk. But today was a very big winning day. I mean, it was a $2,000 day, for just a one contract trader. If you trade 5 or 10 contracts, like some of our clients, now you're talking some really big time money. And yeah, there's losing days too. I keep saying it because there's no perfect system, but I mean, you gotta nail it good when you get a day like this. Yesterday was a good day too. Steve K, our super trader who just trades the signals exactly as it says. Steve says, I today traded this same chart, a NQ 1, 2, 3 minute chart for 42 points. Okay? That's a $850 winning day. 4 winners, 3 losers. And I diversified it and traded one Russell contract because I've been talking about the Russell lately. And I took 36 points off of the Russell with 7 winners. Great advice. Thank you, Steve. You're welcome, sir. So that's 800 on the Nasdaq, 36 points. It's $50 a point on the Russell. That's 1,600. Like I said, it was a $2,000 day. So for Steve, it was a $2,400 day. Just trading one lot what the able trend signals say to do. No thinking like a robot. Just do what it says. Because over the long run, we haven't been here 25 years by accident. Nobody would want this. I wouldn't. Who would want this? Who's going to pay thousands of dollars for something that doesn't work? It would be a joke. We've been out of business a long time ago. You have to be disciplined. Day trades is not for everybody. It's okay if you're not a disciplined trader, you trade on your motor. It's okay. That means 2 things. You're either trading too much money, so then go down to the micros, or maybe go over to the Russell, which moves a little slower. It's a little calmer. You might like that better. Or don't trade. Don't intraday trade. You got to trade longer term. Trade stocks or ETFs, either swing or position trading. Much less stressful. You don't have to watch it all day long. For somebody who's busy or working all day and they can't look at the intraday, Able Trend works just as well for the long term. Do position trading like myself, daily and weekly charts. You don't have to watch it all day long. You don't have to watch it but till the close. You can watch it once a day later in the evening when you have a few minutes because you're not trading intraday. You're trading long term. So Able Trend is just as effective and accurate and profitable for long-term trading if you're the type who's busy and doesn't want to be near a computer all day long. You're working. Makes sense. So am I. That's the point. Just use it for the long term if the intraday is a little too stressful or you can't be in front of the computer. So if you can't be in front of the computer all day long, don't even waste your time trying to day trade. You have to, you got to put the time in. You got to be there because you or I, nobody knows when that big move's going to come. It's going to come at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. What? Who knows? So you got to be there to take the trades, the triple confirmation Able Trend trades. You got to, you either do it right or just, you either change your style and do longer term or, if that's, that's the case, if you want to be a successful trader. While it says I won 60 points today from RT, what amazing trend strategy. Great job, Wallet. I've been working with him and he's been coming along and good job, my friend. I'm glad to hear that. I love when I hear good news like that. Just absolutely love it. Can't believe how much I enjoy that. Great job. 60 points times $50 a point. Sweet. It's a $30,000 day. Well done, my friend. Well done. Steve's asking about the 1037 green bar stop out. All right, Steve, let me check that out for you. 1037 on 1037. There is no trade here, Steve. This is a classic no trade zone. So I'm not sure what you mean there, sir. Robert, what was the initial risk on the first trade of the day? Just one contract. This is the futures market. Just one contract. So every broker is different. It could be $1,000, could be $500. But in the futures market, if it goes up you just put your money in your account, and if it goes up 1 point, it's a $20 winner. If it goes down 1 point, it's a $20 loser. 1 point is $20 in the futures market. And in the Russell market, which I'm going to jump to that chart real quick right now, it was an even better day than I just showed you on the Nasdaq. it was just one of those great days. And, not every day's like that. I keep saying it because I tell it like it is. I'm not here to mislead anyone. Hate when that would be. Hate if that was done to me. And again, if you trade stocks or ETFs, that was that first chart I showed you here on the Qs. We got into the Qs last week at 324 for a more of a swing or a position trade, a longer term trader who doesn't have to watch it all day long. We got into 324. We're still in it at 340 today. Sweet. Just do what the software says. Just do exactly what it says. Michael Z says, thanks, Ron. I made 74, a little over 74 points today without the 226 trade. Wow. Which I passed on because it was at the daily high. Jump on it, Michael. But good job, my friend. Okay, so let's take a look at the Russell here today. The Russell, whoops, let me go back to the Russell. There it is. So the Russell right here, there's your triple confirmation trade. About 10 minutes after the market opened up, there it is. There's the big red arrow. You got to have that big arrow. You got to have the 3 minute. Naturally, that's going to be a little slower. So you got to have that one. It's a little longer time frame is a green. 3 minute sell signal, it's red. 2 minute sell signal, it's red. 1 minute dot sell signal, it's red. Triple confirmation. Stop loss is just going to go a half a point above the top of the triple confirmation bar on the Russell. On the Nasdaq, it goes 2 points above for a short signal, 2 points below the for example, like right there. If this was the Russell, if this was the Nasdaq, it would go 2 points below the bottom of that first blue bar. So your stop loss, it's 10 to 15 points on the Nasdaq. 3 to 4 points on the Russell, so it's very low risk. But certainly compared to what you're going to make, like I said, it was over a $2,000 day on the Russell and the Nasdaq for one contract, not 10, not 15, one. Triple confirmation sell signal just doesn't get any more obvious than that. This is just another beautiful thing. There's our two greens. Stop goes a half a point above the high of the two. Only when you get two greens in a row. If it's red, stay in it. First trade of the day. Nice. We picked up 8 points, 400. What a great way to start the day. There's 400. And this is the exact signals you saw at that exact minute of the day. They never, ever change after the bar closes. And you've got to wait for the bar to close. That's the whole purpose of why we wait. Because this way you can look at it a minute later or 5 years later, and it'll still be on the chart. So that's where you can scroll back on the charts and see the exact signals you would have taken if you didn't trade that day. And if you don't trade a certain day, well, you can still look at the signals and see how you would have done if you did trade. And you can compare it to what your results were for today versus Abletrend signals today. It's real simple. You can go back yesterday, the day before, and compare your results to Abletrends. Obviously, during the 30-day trial, that's what you should do every day. Well, whatever makes you more money, that's what you stick with. This is your sweet spot. Hits the red dot, just like talked about before. If it hits support or resistance, the red or blue dots, bounces off of it, the next red bar, just like in that other sweet spot I showed you, it was a blue bar. It was a buy sweet spot buy. This is a sweet spot sell. Because it's red. Everything red bar, red dot, red arrow, red big arrow, red 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. I mean, it just doesn't get any more odds in your favor than that. I mean, the chart is just screaming at us to sell it if it could talk. Down it goes. There's our two greens. Stop goes a half a point above. And right there, we'd have been ticked out. Great. We picked up another 8 points on this trade. That's another 400. First two trades of the day on the Russell, we're up 800. It's only 35 minutes into the open. 35 minutes later, we're plus 800. Again, and it's real simple. I mean, client tell me I could teach my 10-year-old how to do this. It's too easy. This can't work. Okay, well, 3 weeks later, he bought a lifetime license because he said, you know what, it does work. This is not a trade. You say, why not? I don't have the 3 minute. Got to have the 3 minute. As a 1 minute, here's a 2 minute. You need that bigger arrow. I could make those a little bigger, make it a little more obvious. No trade in here. No trade. because here comes the three. Here's the 3 minute, the 2 minute, the 1 minute, but the bar is green. Green means neutral. No trade yet. How about over here? No. Red and blue together. No trade zone. Ah, there it is, right? Yes. Triple confirmation to the sell side. And we're going to lose a point on that trade. It's a break even, but I'm going to call it a loss because I like to exaggerate on the losing trades, not the winners like everybody else does and tries to fool people. There's another triple confirmation trade right there. Out on the blue bar, blue dot. Let's call that a -1 point right there. Triple confirmation right there at the close of that bar or the open of the next bar, we're short. How'd we do on this one? 2 greens, well, but we weren't in profit. So we got to be at least a couple of points in profit before we use the 2 green bar stop loss. Otherwise, the stop goes above the red dots and below the blue dots when we're long. There's the 2 greens, half a point above. Right there, we're stopped out. There's another 8 points. No, that's 6 points. That's $300, $50 a point. Robert, it's the same place that I keep mentioning, sir. The stop goes a half a point above the first triple confirmation trade. The entry bar just goes a half a point above. That's it. It's only 2 points away on this trade right here. Half a point for the Russell, 2 points for the Nasdaq. The other chart I showed. It just depends whether you like to trade the Russell or the Nasdaq. That's up to you. Stop goes half a point for the Russell. And 2 points above the top of that triple confirmation price bar. And this webinar will be on YouTube tomorrow. Just as I do 100 webinars a year for everybody, every Tuesday and Thursday at this time, just to be helpful so everybody can see the right way to use it. I also do the one-on-one trading session when you get a 1-month trial. I'll show you more in 15 minutes you can do on your own in a month. So we keep it simple. That's why it works so well. That's why it's so well liked. And most importantly, it works. Look at this trade right here. I mean, is this just unbelievable? You didn't have a red bar or a red dot the whole time. That means stay in the trade. You're safe. Everything is blue. As long as you've got these blue dots, you're safe. Why would you get out? It would be ridiculous. Unless you get the 2 greens. If you're using the 2 greens, fine. But then you get right back in again on the sweet spot. Sweet spot right there. Sweet spot right there. Got these sweet spots. This is crazy money. This is big time. You just don't get days like this, so you got to take advantage of it. Tomorrow could be a losing day, but overall, it's obviously been an extremely profitable trend trading system. And that's why it's around 25 years, not 25 days, years. Just, you got to do what it says. The only reason people don't continue, like don't buy it after that 30-day trial, it's only one reason, is they didn't trade the signals. They just couldn't do it. Their emotions got in the way. And that's okay. That's fine. Day trading's not for you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not for everybody. Then you got to just trade longer term, like I keep mentioning, like the first chart I showed you. This way is less stressed. You don't have to watch it every minute of the day. How about this triple confirmation trade? See, when it goes from red dots to blue, that's a trend trade. You're in. You also get the big dot in the middle. So we make it really simple for everyone. See, there's the big dot in the middle, but it's not a trade because we had resistance above. There's the triple confirmation trade. Blue arrow, blue dot, blue bar. That's all you need. I know it seems too simple, but that's all it is. Just an unbelievable day. $2,400 day today on the Russell. Trading 1 contract. For every one you trade, if you're very disciplined and you follow these simple rules, $2,400 on the Russell today. It was just a great, great day. And again, right here, look at that triple confirmation. Up and away we go. Hits the blue dots, bounces off it and goes up. It's just amazing how many times it'll come back down to the blue dot, bounce off it and go back up. And also those are great places to get in if you missed the beginning of the trade. On the pullbacks, back to the blue dots. The same way when we're going short, if you missed the beginning, you get in at the pullbacks back to the red dot, like right there. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Wallet, yeah, you can trade after hours if you like. There's just not enough movement, so I don't suggest it. If you're gonna be serious, you trade during normal stock market hours. That's the best time to trade. But that's up to you. Hope everyone found this helpful. I'll be glad to help anytime. Stay in touch. Let me know how it's going. You got the 1-month trial. You're welcome to try that. Thanks everyone for being here. More importantly than trading and anything else, stay safe.